What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today we're going to be doing a follow-up video with Monkeyball and the Monkeyball's team's reaction and comments towards the delay of the launch of the MBS token via on Radium.io. Now, a lot of you have experienced some frustrating moments with the IDO launch and also with the launch on Radium, and the team has taken some time to express and address those issues, and we're going to dive deeper into that and what their response was. Now, before we begin, be sure to like that button, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We love giving you these updates, we love hearing your comments down below, and we love bringing you this up-to-date news once they come out. So let's dive right into it. So just yesterday on their Twitter page, Monkeyball has decided to release a community announcement report, and we're going to dive deeper into what this community announcement is, what they're saying. But further on down, it's regarding an airdrop, and we're going to talk about this comment down below, which is the airdrop is for everyone excluding VCs, venture capitalists, and also private pre-sale participants. So on this article, in this community announcement, they definitely addressed that yesterday we delayed the launch of MBS, a decision we strongly believe was in the best interest of the Monkeyball project as a whole. We have some pushback from the community and we wish to address it. So guys, in the previous video, we definitely encourage you guys to speak up a lot to address these issues in Discord or any of their Twitter pages, and we know that you guys were pretty frustrated with this, but the team is here to address those issues and something that you're going to get out of it in the end. So just stick around for a little bit while we go through this article. Further down it says, it's important to make clear that securing a high value for our network at launch has nothing to do with our team's incentives, as the team has no tokens at launch at all. Similarly, it has very little to do with the early backers that have almost no tokens at launch. It's also not about funding, as Monkeyball completed its funding round a little while back and has no need for further funding. So in the previous video, we were talking about why were they holding back the launch of the token? Was it in the interest of the venture capitalists or the seed investors, also known as private investors? They didn't really address those issues, but this is basically what they're saying on their end. Now, it continues. We sincerely apologize for the way it was handled and communicated. We should have announced the launch, only to retract it less than a day later and last minute, unless we were 1,000% sure. We should have done this a much better job of communicating the reasoning for the delay, and for this we are truly sorry, and we will not make this mistake again. Now, be assured that the delay has always and was always intended for only a matter of days or weeks, not longer than that. So in return for that, they said, since we do value our community and your time as well as the responsibility for the last minute pullback, we have decided to compensate you with an airdrop of 1 million MBS tokens to everyone that holds MBS after we launch. This drop will exclude the VCs, private sale backers, and it's focused entirely on our community. So this is, we do want to know, who is this? Is this also addressing people who have had IDO allocation? Well, in their transcript today, which was during an AMA via Telegram, they were answering a lot of questions from you, the holders in the IDO listing, and also people who want to buy MBS token via Radium. So in this AMA, which is the juicier part, this is what I'm going to share. So in this question, they said, why did you delay? Their answer was, from day one, our intention was to launch the MBS token, ensuring a high value network for Monkeyball. This is super important because high value network gives us a lot more leverage to bring in better players, build more robust, stronger economies, and make sure we only have the best partnerships, guilds, and exchanges. So basically they did that because what I see is they also want to be represented as a very strong token that people are buying and that they have a very strong community. So if you want KuCoin, Coinbase, or any of these top decentralized exchanges or centralized exchanges to be listing it, they should see the numbers in the Monkeyball token. And they should, numbers tell everything in terms of if you're going to list that token. So further down, someone asks, are you still going to be listing on Radium? They say yes. The question continues, what exchanges will you list it on? Now they respond, upon launch, MBS will be immediately available on Radium. We also have a few centralized exchanges lined up on the list soon after the launch. For obvious reasons, we can't disclose those names here, but rather closer to the listing. Stay tuned. Now, who is eligible for the airdrop of 1 million MBS tokens? Now, everyone that will hold MBS after the launch except for VCs, venture capitalists, and private backers. This, of course, includes IDO participants and those who will hold MBS post-launch. We're still working on the mechanism that is fair and transparent, and we'll share with the community as soon as possible. So just be aware that if you want to get an allocation of these MBS tokens, you're going to have to buy the MBS tokens via Radium right when they announce it. And they're saying that they're going to give us a lot of head time or lead time to know the launch of that token on Radium. So someone asked when it was open to the community, what is the listing price? And it's saying is it still 0.04 cents? They said yes, it still is. But just keep in mind, if right when the token launches, it could spike up within seconds and it can go into 50 cents to $1, maybe even more. So keep that in mind. Like if you're gonna buy, make sure you buy either right at the percentage, do the math, make sure that you're getting at least 0.04 cents per token. But if it ends up being just like one token for $1 or US dollar, then you should probably be very careful in how much you're investing. Further down, another person asked, when is the giveaway of MBS and the NFT? Because there is an NFT giveaway. Their response is, we were planning to announce the results of the MBS token / NFT giveaway campaign after the launch, but no matter what, we will do it next Wednesday, the 15th. Bobby Wu says, how will the 1 million be split? Equally or based on percentage contributed? That's a really good question. Their response, we're still working on a mechanism that is fair and transparent. We'll share this with the community as soon as possible, so they don't know exactly how much we're going to get. Further down, Angel says, what would be the estimated price of the token at launch? They still say it's about 0.04 cents, but the market will decide. Baba Banana, that's a cool name. What do you see the project in a few years? Now this is cool. Monkeyball will be the next gen esports institution on the metaverse. That means a fully sustainable, growing playership and economy. More gameplay features, modes, leagues, and tournaments. So they're obviously trying to set this up to the point where we're going to have like live events and we're going to be broadcasting these competitions between two teams. I mean, everybody could, if you understand soccer, soccer's a really fun thing to play in a game. People love tuning into it, and I could see this being a very huge public event. Jules Caesar says, what pairs should we be able to use to swap MBS? Should we use SOL or USDC? Very good question. Their response, in the initial listing on Radium, it will be a USDC MBS trading pair. So just know that you should have USDC in your Radium wallet. And if you don't know how to do that, be sure to have a Phantom wallet attached as your browser, and then make sure that you swap any token that you want. If it's Solana or Radium or whatever coin you choose, make sure to swap that for USDC. There's a difference between swapping and trading. So if you want to trade MBS for USDC, you have to make sure you have USDC in your Phantom wallet. If you're trying to swap, say for instance Solana to MBC, it may not be able to automatically convert your SOL to USDC to MBS. So just keep that in mind when you're doing that. Have USDC prepared. Dijon says, I have the same question. I'm wondering if people who didn't manage to buy the FB because it was completed in 10 seconds, will we get some of the 1 million MBS tokens from the airdrop? Their response, if you hold MBS post-launch, then you will, my friend. Everyone that is not a VC or pre-sale investor in Monkeyball is eligible for the airdrop of 1 million MBS, as long as you're holding it post-launch. Stay tuned for more details on the airdrop. So in that answer, I'm realizing that just because you buy the token, you may not expect that airdrop to happen immediately. They will provide that information for you, but just keep in mind, like, don't expect the airdrop of these 1 million MBS tokens to be sent to you like right after you buy them. It could take maybe a week, maybe a few weeks, who knows? But keep that in mind. But also, don't have your hopes up, just be prepared. David Meyer says, will MBS still be launched before the NFTs are dropped? They said, yes, that's the plan. Henry says, will the first generation NFTs be open to early backers only, or anyone that buys MBS at launch? Monkey Team says, it will be open at all. It will be open to all, with exclusive access to holders of MBS. Thomas Simon, could we get back our burnt hydrazine? Now, hydrazine is the token that you were going to be given if you're staking Star Launch on the Star Launch platform, aka Star's token. Now, they say, in terms of the Star Launch team, they did respond. They said, unfortunately, that is gone. Once hydrazine is burnt, it's gone from the supply and nobody can retrieve it. Moving forward, the cadet dashboard won't let you burn unless you're eligible through KYC. So I know that a lot of you are participating in the IDO and Star Launch, so I can understand how frustrating that is for you. Further on down, Ali Dell says, so I'm from the United States, so I didn't get in the IDO, so I'm eligible for the airdrop? But really I'm asking is, what do you have to do to participate in the airdrop? Who do you have to talk to? And or etc. Monkey Team says, all you have to do is hold MBS post-launch, you will be eligible, as long as you're not one of our VC or pre-sale backers. They want you to hold these tokens. I think they obviously thought about this really carefully, which was, if there's going to be a pump and dump, you're not going to be eligible for these tokens. So they're trying to have the incentive for you holding these. So they may have you hold it for a while to keep the price up, maybe even until they have this listing on centralized exchanges, which is kind of genius on their end because that holds the price up, protects the investors, like the IDO investors and VC investors, from the price dropping. So in a way, they kind of figured it out. Do we use swap on Radium when launch or a trade function? So this is what we were talking about earlier. If you are, they respond, if you are an experienced trader, it is recommended to use the trade function. Before we launch, we will put out a guide to Radium, which should also help. So will MBS use a guild network so players can lend monkeys, for instance, such as blockchain space? Monkey Team says, yes, sir, we are going to announce a partnership with the biggest game guild in the world. It rhymes with Yield Guild Games, aka, we know who that is. That's Yield Guild Games. So thank you so much for responding in that way. Further down, I have one last thing to share with you. It was all the way down here. Some person said, why do we get such blank allocation? Sorry, we can't display curse words on here compared to the amount we invested. The reason I'm addressing this question, first of all, is because I was not aware that people who had participated on the Star Launch platform and burnt their hydrogen got a very small allocation. They were expecting that they were going to get a ton of tokens for the IDO participation, the stars that they were accumulating. So their response was, allocations will be smaller when there are a lot of participants. This is a balance by the second token utility. When you can save up N to H4, we think it's a good trade-off. People can focus on projects they actually care about rather than having this feeling that if they don't buy every IDO for a quick flip, then they aren't getting the value of the platform. Now, let me know your comments down below what you think about this response. Personally, I wasn't able to be a part of the IDO, but I know many of you who are living outside the United States have been participating in the IDO. So are you mad about this? Are you okay? Do you think that this was fair for everybody who participated in it? Because I know it's very stressful for some certain people buying those star tokens to convert into Hydra-Z. So guys, I know this is a long video. It's very important that they address these questions, but you should definitely be prepared for the token launch on Radium. Now on here, be sure to connect your Phantom wallet. Again, always have USDC and import your MBS token here. In the previous video, we've showed you how to insert your contract address in here and agree to the terms. So be prepared for that, have your funds ready, and get ready for this release. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts, and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the global crypto assets exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.